chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Brandon Wilson to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Back. 11 Thomas.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open space inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Right 80.
Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Going deep here for Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
2nd down and 5.
Big 13.
Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Done. Cut. Ready. Raise up.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. It's Bell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Boyd. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Now Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
11. Hey, we got a seal. What's the crew?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Mixon on the check down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Joseph Osai in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Herbert on first down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Herbert. The kidder here, it's complete. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Joe Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On the ground with a tight end, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You
mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Rumbling past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
We got 4.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bengals, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.